I know it gets a little bit old, but hey, you do what you can to try to be a little bit of a little bit of creative in terms of kind of shaking things up. So, as the description says, right now I'm currently streaming on my LinkedIn profile, on the ShaLaLaLa Productions YouTube channel, and our Facebook group, Livestreaming Friends. And it's just a matter of just kind of like, as the thumbnails say, just shooting the cow pie. I think for those that can kind of like know what it is, you get the idea. But it was just a matter of just trying to just informal pop-up stream just to see how everyone's doing and everything like that. And I thought just kind of like widen the different channels and stuff. So hey, apologize, I'm not on the Facebook group, so I'm not sure who's logging in. But if you wanna, oop, I had it here for a second ago. Hang on a second. Oh, there it is. Oop, I don't know why it's not showing. Uh, try it again. There it is. But if you want to like, it's totally up to you if you want to. You can just log into the chat.restream.io if to see your pop up. But yeah, it's just a matter of just kind of like logging in just to see how everyone's doing. I know I haven't been on as much as I like to. Hey, Patty, and just wanted to check to see how everyone's doing. Not, and I thought it just kind of cool to kind of expand out to other social media channels, stuff like that. It's yeah, just it's a lot to juggle. I know, like for folks I've talked to offline or when I see them in person, just been juggling a lot just between terms of keeping up with family responsibilities and helping out the family and stuff. So I don't stream as often as I like to, and just been working on some things to try to shake things up to improve the work uh, and everything like that. I'm hoping, and it's I had hoped to release information about that what I've been working on last month, but there was still some things I had to sort out to make sure that I could. So, not to sound nebulous, I'm I'm hoping I would be able to release some information at the end of this month, but my surmise it may be early November. But I will keep you in the loop. So try to log in with stream. Okay, I see you now, Patty. Hey, Patty. So yeah, it's in the description. Just kind of like say hey, how everyone's doing, and also if folks want the chat 101, I'm all for too, and all the fun stuff there too. So I know last few times I've gone on, it was just mostly doing like some tech check, just because I haven't at that time I have had to like make some adjustments to make sure that the audio and the video was going out okay. So and that's the coolest thing to have the group like live streaming friends, just that you can get logged in, just do your tests and have informal chats, and if you want to like the stream it out to other platforms like what I'm doing right now to YouTube and LinkedIn, you can do that, and just so that way you can have some more lively chatting stuff. Aha, that is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of those pop up ads I'll get like on I think it's like those ads that pop up on Facebook or YouTube and they talk about the Roadcaster Pro. Those darn cookies. They'll get you all the time to get you to look at stuff that you've been perusing and stuff like that. So, and I know like one of them is a Roadcaster Pro too. So, how are you liking it so far? I know that they've made some interesting tweaks from the original one and everything. So, troubleshooting the audio. Oh yeah, I can totally relate. I I know that they've made things easier when they incorporate. I think the mobile phone as like a possible uh audio source. I don't know if it's like if you're playing like music or stuff like that, but it sounds like it's working out pretty cool. So that's cool, Patty. Um, which begs the question: does that mean that you're working behind the scenes of maybe having something coming up in the near future of a, if not a talking format, but something new? Look forward to that. Still working out the king. Okay, yeah, I think I saw some of the earlier posts you made where I really like the work you've done with the hockey stuff. Just pretty cool stuff in terms of like testing out graphics. Been meaning to check on the, I forgot what they call it, but it's very similar to like ESPN where they have like these text box and it's almost like an outline of like what subjects to come just to kind of help things out and stuff and everything. So look forward to hear that is. I can't hear myself through my earbuds. Huh. Well, at least for me, it's probably a good thing if I don't hear myself talking. But I know what you mean, Patty. But hopefully, it won't take long to sort that out. I know, like one of the things I've done, Patty, is like whenever folks have like tech issues, I've been working on ways to help others to try to like at least keep things simple with a plan attack, and I'll share with everyone here. Generally, like whenever you're troubleshooting anything, whether it's your live stream or even on a video shoot and stuff like that, are I've done everything as instructed. Yeah, I 10 times. Whenever that happens to me, I usually find out it's like some silly setting, like in the computer, that I forgot to turn on or turn off, or or some stupid thing like that. With me, that is. So I had to like at least try to figure out a way of how I can do like process elimination, and it really boils down to three things. The first is the source. It's knowing like whatever is powering your source or whatever you're working on, whether if that's intact. So like if I were like pushing out a video, I had to make sure that the video source I'm putting out there, that there's nothing wrong with it. And when I mean nothing wrong with it, it follows up two other things, whether it's how it's being pushed out, and if it's being pushed out, if there's anything that's interfering with pushing it out. So that could be like a faulty cable, maybe like the internet or the power source to the stream could be kerflooey. So I had to kind of keep that in mind. Like either it's a power source, either the where it's being pushed out to, and is there anything anything impeding that flow to do it is what I've done. Okay, I've selected the headphones, the mic, put all the preferences accordingly, but can't hear myself. Okay, so I'm gonna going by what you're suggesting, Patty. So let's presume that the connections are firm. So then maybe it could be like if the connections are firm, like if there's something that could be impeding the audio that pipe in. Okay. So that could be, so maybe check the capture card to see if there's something in the configuration there. That could be it. Fingers crossed that that's what the scoop is. Um yeah, so like in keeping in mind as to those three things, it helps kind of at least on my own work to make sure I don't go "Ah!" and like what's going on, just to be able to narrow it down to those three things helps me to try to at least keep a semblance of order in terms of just trying to figure out like what the source of the problem is, especially like if I'm out on a job or on a project, and especially like when there's a time crunch, you got to be able to at least be able to organize your thoughts as to how to diagnose the problem and then be able to act quickly. Um, so that helps a lot. I know. Let's see what we got here. I'm attempting to get this final set done so I can finally pop in and say hi. Okay, cool. I'll hang in there. Let's see. And for folks on LinkedIn and YouTube, if you want to like pop into, jump on in. Let me see what else I can share with everyone. The one thing I'm looking forward to is like I do have a vMix Pro account, and the thing I'm looking forward to is that the next update on vMix they integrating with the Zoom. So I'm looking forward to be able to test it out. Right now it's in beta mode, but I generally shy away from like downloading any software that's not in its final form, just because they added a caveat that if you do that, you may want to be sure that's not anything tied into like a project that you're working on or anything important, just because it's not really fully ironed out, that could be a possible problem. Not sure if it will happen. Okay, no worries. Um, there'll be other streams. I'll jump on. So if not this one, we'll definitely virtually connect up and everything like that. So so with this, so with the work that vMix done in integrating with Zoom, just really looking forward to when they release the vMix 27 version, so I can play around with that. So I know that at the moment, the way I've had it set up where I can go into Zoom, I have to remember to check the Zoom settings because they've added some filters to will eliminate like background noise and stuff like that. So sometimes it interferes with vMix when you're trying to play like an audio clip, or it's not picking up any background like moon music and stuff like that. So that's something I've had to work on. If there's anyone catching this replay and have a Rodecaster Pro 2 understanding this tech issue, please share my insights. Oh, please share any insight. I got to get my eyes checked. So yeah, so anyone watching on YouTube or LinkedIn that can relate or know what Patty should be doing, yeah, just please leave in the comments. So that way we can she be good to go and everything like that. Let me see if there's anything I can share here that I've been working on. Um, oh, hopefully by the end of this month or maybe the beginning next month, have collaborated on a project with a journalist up in Canada. Her name's Pamela Pagano, and she's been doing a lot of work on the kindness movement. So uh, tentatively ended this month. That might be releasing on our Instagram account. When it does, I'll be sure to let everyone know, not just only in uh, Livestreaming Friends, but also in LinkedIn and YouTube and stuff. So you're very welcome. So it's yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I don't want to ruin it, so you'll see the video when it comes out. So, but it's all related to the kindness initiative that she's been diligently working on the past few years, and so to be able to um, collaborate and contribute, it's pretty cool. So, so looking forward to be able to get the word out. So, um, yeah, that's why I call these pop up. It's funny because I know like whenever like if I'm not advising or helping folks with their programs, usually it's always good before you go stream. You have your show flow, so like what stuff you going on, da, 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 and then you and everything like that. Because I know like the big thing everyone's talking about, like the currency is time and stuff. But it sometimes it's kind of like a buzzkill when you want to do like a spontaneous pop up. So I get it where if you have like specific initiatives and certain time frames as to when you want to go out, I tend to, well, I shouldn't say worry, but I hope it doesn't impede folks that just want to do like a creative stream and just kind of like it's almost like kind of like a free form type of a stream, or just kind of like shooting the breeze. And if people are watching, great. If not, no worries. They can always to replay and stuff like that. So, but yeah, a lot of it, is just a matter of just kind of being conscious of the person that's creating the stream, or for those that need help. I know that there's always an objective as to who your audience is and what you're trying to get out. But in streams like this, where it's just more just kind of shooting the breeze like that, it's a little bit different. So, so even though like when it is like a pop up, I try to make sure that I'm not going up there where I'm just like completely rambling on, yeah, 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 and it just more just and just more just make sure that I had a couple of points to present. So, that's so unfortunate. And people are actually watching this from start to finish. They can kind of get an idea what the sense is. But yeah, I mean, essentially, it's just a form of just kind of shooting the breeze. Or if you saw a thumbnail, you could see that. So, i- although it's a loose structure, there's some structure to it. So it's not totally where I'm totally going off the rails. But with certain subjects, I can do that. Um, oh, you know what I haven't done in a while? Now, one of the things like with Zoom, whenever I try to play this graphic, you couldn't hear the audio of the flame because that was the filter on Zoom that would block the sound. So you could, at most, you could just see the flames. So you have to make sure that when you're in Zoom, to make sure to go in the settings, uh, if you have it, it's something. It's a setting that musicians use where you can turn it on, so that way it would knock out the filter that you would have, so that way you can kind of hear these things. And oftentimes, whenever I'm on a conference call or talking with a client or and such, it sounds kind of funny, but I usually like either end it or in the middle. If there's a lull, I'll ask them if they can hear this. So, and it's a nice kind of like a way to break up the monotony where you're going over a lot of I don't know if I'd say intense, but just a lot of like heavy data or heavy production type of notes. So it's kind of nice to kind of break it up the monotony here. So actually, it's kind of appropriate since we're now in the fall to have some heat like this to keep warm. Because I know like once we get into the winter, which I say I make sure I get the heater turned on and everything. But yeah, so that's essentially it. And according to the clock, I think we're almost hitting the 19-minute mark. So I'm just kind of drawing a blank right now. So I think that's a good time to wrap up. But yeah, you know, um, because these are pop up, it's a matter like when I have the opportunity to go on, I'm on. And like I said, if you ever want to do like a one on one or chew the fat and stuff like that, just you can reach out to me. And if it's something where if you want to do something a little bit more planned, we can check the old schedule and we can shoot the breeze or some other things. I know that I was hoping like last month I would get my program Video Talk up and running. Like they say, life happens. So I thought I would be able to do this month. Maybe I might be able to push it next month. And when I do, I'll give everyone a heads up, not just only in Livestreaming Friends, but also elsewhere like LinkedIn and Facebook and what have you. So um, always great to see you, Patty, and always appreciate your support and encouragement. Thank you for checking out the stream. And yeah, so I guess as I'll say, I'll see you when I see you. and I've got enough of a digital presence as folks know where to find me. If you're watching me on LinkedIn, you can shoot me a message. If you're seeing this on the YouTube channel, just leave a comment. And if you're connected on Livestreaming Friends, just shoot me a message and a post, and I'll look out for you. And if folks that are interested in joining Livestreaming Friends, let me provide you the link there. Check it out. I know, like admins like myself, we're not on as like we were before, but I do check when I can, when I'm able to. And so if you're but if you're interested in joining, it's the link to the group to everyone. And yeah, I mean, it's a great community where they support each other. Great place to be able to test your streams, and the camaraderie is great. If you meet great friends like Patty just saw, and if you just need some help, just get some feedback on testing a stream. It's a great Facebook group to join. All right, gotta get going, but thank y'all. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'll catch you guys later.